Todd Chrisley rubs his special treatment in prison in Julie's face. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Chrisley Knows Best Nanny Faye reveals plans for new dog. Chrisley Knows Best matriarch Nanny Faye suffered a devastating loss earlier this year. Back in October, her beloved dog crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Now, 2 months later, Nanny Faye is talking about where she's at now, and if she will ever consider bringing another animal into her family. Keep reading to learn more about what the reality TV star had to say. Chrisley Knows Best Nanny Faye's dog. It was a sad time in October when Nanny Faye confirmed that her 15-year-old dog, Miley, passed away. Miley and Nanny Faye were best friends, and she held on to her until the very end. Despite the fact that the dog couldn't see or walk, Nanny Faye dedicated herself to caring for the dog and getting her where she needed to be. According to People, Nanny Faye actually opened up about this on her granddaughter, Savannah Chrisley's podcast. The Chrisley family has seen its fair share of heartbreak, turmoil, and tragedy, but nothing could have prepared beloved matriarch Nanny Faye for the emotional devastation that struck earlier this year. Known to fans of Chrisley Knows Best for her fierce spirit, razor-sharp wit, and unshakable loyalty to her family, Nanny Faye has always been the heart and soul of the Chrisley clan. But behind the familiar humor and charm lies a woman who is now grieving a loss so deep it has reshaped her world forever. Earlier this year, Nanny Faye quietly suffered one of the most painful chapters of her life, losing a cherished member of her inner circle, someone whose presence was a constant source of love, laughter, and strength. While the public was largely unaware of the specifics, whispers of the tragedy began to circulate among those close to the family, prompting concern and compassion from fans who have long adored her resilience. The Chrisley matriarch, who has become an icon in her own right outside of her son Todd's reality TV fame, has rarely let her guard down even in the most turbulent times. She stood strong through Todd and Julie's legal battles, imprisonment, and the endless media attention that came with it. But this time her sorrow was different. This loss was personal. It struck at the core of her heart and left a void that could not be filled with camera followers or even the comforting presence of her grandchildren. Family insiders revealed that Nanny Faye has leaned heavily on her faith and family in the months following the loss. Despite being the rock for so many years, this time it was she who needed support. Those closest to her say she has moments of laughter and light, but also long stretches of silence when memories come flooding back and the reality of what she has lost becomes overwhelming. Although she has always had a bond with her grandchildren, especially Savannah and Chase, this particular loss has brought them even closer. Savannah, who has stepped into a more protective role within the family following her parents' incarceration, has reportedly made it a priority to check in with Nanny Faye daily, often pausing her busy schedule to spend quality time or share a quiet meal with the woman she calls her anchor. Fans began to suspect something was amiss earlier in the year when Nanny Faye was noticeably absent from public events and noticeably quieter in her few public appearances. While she has always had a flair for making people laugh with her outrageous one-liners and unapologetic honesty, her usual spark seemed dimmed, though she never publicly confirmed the source of her sorrow. Those close to the situation said it was a deeply personal loss, not something she wished to turn into a headline or use as a storyline. That decision in itself says everything about who Nanny Faye truly is. For all the fame reality television brought her, she never chased the spotlight. She never tried to be anything but her authentic self, a woman who put family first and never hesitated to speak her mind. In grief, she remains the same, refusing to turn pain into performance, choosing instead to mourn in the privacy of her own home surrounded by those she loves most. Savannah has mentioned in vague terms that her grandmother has been going through a difficult time and has praised her strength in the face of it all. During a recent podcast episode, she got emotional while referencing a figure who meant the world to their family, saying that not all losses get media attention, but that doesn't mean they hurt any less. Her voice broke as she expressed admiration for how her grandmother continues to move forward despite the weight she carries daily. This moment of vulnerability offered a rare glimpse into the pain behind the polished family brand. Fans who had come to know Nanny Faye as the spunky, no-nonsense scene stealer now saw her through a different lens as a woman in mourning holding her family together while silently trying to hold herself up too. Her grief has also reshaped the way the family engages with each other. With Todd and Julie away serving time and their future still uncertain, the Chrisley family has had to rebuild its emotional foundation. Nanny Faye's pain has become a unifying force, prompting her grandchildren to draw closer to her and to each other even as the world around them continues to change. Chase, once known for his wild antics and occasional immaturity, has reportedly stepped into a more responsible role since the loss, recognizing the weight his grandmother carries and wanting to support her in ways he never had to before. He has been spotted more frequently at her home, helping with errands, yard work, or simply sitting with her during quiet afternoons. Grief has a way of revealing the truth about people, and in Nanny Faye's case, it has shown a deeper dimension of the woman millions have come to adore. She's not just the comic relief or the spirited matriarch. She's a mother, a grandmother, and now a woman in mourning, learning how to live in a world that feels a little emptier than it did before. This particular loss, one that the family has yet to fully speak about in public, continues to shape the Chrisleys' private moments. It has added a layer of emotional complexity to their already fragile dynamic. With Todd and Julie away and the family under the constant glare of public attention, Nanny Faye's heartache has been a silent but powerful force, reminding them all of what truly matters. In recent weeks, she has begun to step back into the public eye, albeit slowly and cautiously. Fans who spotted her during a recent family gathering noticed that while she still smiled, there was a heaviness in her eyes that hadn't been there before. Some remarked that her energy seemed different, more grounded, more introspective. It's a subtle shift, but one that reflects the new chapter she's entering. A chapter that no longer includes the person she lost, but carries them in spirit every step of the way. She has also started spending more time at her garden, a place she has always found peace. Family members say she has taken to planting flowers that hold symbolic meaning for her loss, using the act of gardening as a form of therapy. It's where she goes to cry when no one is watching, to pray when she feels lost, and to reconnect with the world when it feels too overwhelming. Though she may never publicly name the person she lost or speak about the exact circumstances surrounding the loss, it is clear that their absence is deeply felt. Her world changed forever in that moment, and so too did the Chrisley family. As the matriarch of a family that has weathered scandal, shame, and separation, Nanny Faye now carries the added burden of personal grief. Yet she continues to show up for her loved ones, to offer a shoulder to lean on even as her own shoulders bear the weight of heartbreak. In many ways, her grief has made her even more relatable to fans who now see not just a television personality, but a real woman dealing with real loss. Her story reminds everyone that behind every bold laugh and fiery joke is a heart that beats and breaks like everyone else's. Her loss is a sobering chapter in a family story that continues to unfold, and though the cameras may not capture every tear or every quiet moment of remembrance, they do not need to. Those who know and love Nanny Faye understand the depth of her sorrow and the strength it takes to keep moving forward when the world no longer feels quite the same. And so she continues on, not because the pain is gone, but because love demands that she does. For the family that remains, for the legacy that still lives, and for the memories she carries in silence, she wakes up each day and chooses to live. Even in loss, Nanny Faye is showing the world what real strength looks like, not the kind that makes headlines, but the kind that heals quietly, patiently, and with deep, enduring grace. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.